Catch the show live Wednesday nights on the main channel. Link below in the description. Eric Voss of the New Rockstars. And this is just basically a cringe video he uploaded today, like spiking the football. I thought he was coming out of the closet in this video. You can see the way, like, I thought like he's like power walking like down a hallway, like out of their studio. I thought that was like a metaphor for him, like coming out and saying like, listen, I'm Eric Voss and P up the B is in Eric Voss's best interests. And he just just watch this for a second. This is crazy.
I've introduced myself. I go by a lot of names. Some of them are actually a bit
There's Mephisto, chat, spoilers.
cruel.
Not that anyone cares.
Me. But I like you, Riri, so you can call me Mephisto.
Mephisto.
Hello.
Oh my God.
I thought this was Eric Voss coming out of the closet right here. Like, Mr. Grizzy, I'm listening to you. This is me coming out.
Did I? I think I saw.
Except I'm still on that train. Choo-choo.
Let me tell you, the fire did.
Well, what is that fucking face, dude? This guy, man, he needs to be in more videos.
On here feels so warm.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he would never arrive in the MCU.
I believe he's.
That's a pretty creepy looking alley. So is that like an alley right outside like the New Rockstars studios or something? Like, dude, that looks like it's in the Shatipa town, if you ask me.
With us always, watching.
You're trying to dance around the plot like this.
Having to dance around the plot like this? Sounds like Anthony Ramos is hiding something big here.
It's me.
Yeah, hiding something big. Is it up your ass, Voss? I bet it is.
It's me.
We could, yeah, we're not that lucky. We're not that lucky, are we? We'll never be that lucky. What the hell? That was, I thought that was Eric Voss coming out of the closet right there. I thought that was Eric Voss. Like, look, I'm a little late. Pride Month's over, but this is it.
Oh, look.
Nope, back in the closet. Back in Voss's closet. It was all a dream. It was all a dream, apparently.
The Blue Dungeon was hell after all. Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Mephisto is confirmed!
Holy neckbeard. I mean, Voss, come on, Voss. I know you can afford a good razor, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Must have been pulling an all-nighter.
Vindication!
Oh, hang on, I gotta get that again. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, I know I'm right. I know I'm right.
Oh, you gotta get him that hot tour and spit on that thing. You get me?
Definitely. I think he's given a few hawk tours in his life, Eric Voss.
We did it, Joe! That's Mephisto! That's Mephisto! That's Mephisto! That's Mephisto!
I can't anymore. Yeah, totally not a shill. Totally not a shill, right, chat? I get it every video. I get it in my comment. Mr. Grizzy, these people aren't shills. They just enjoy the show. Okay, who's next? Oh, wait. Hang on, I got to get a clip ready for who's next. Give me just a second.
What is up, homies? What about another react?
All right, there they are. There they are, the Soy Boys, ladies and gentlemen. Back again. I want to play. Okay, now before we get into anything that they say, you got to listen to this song that they have at the end of their videos. It's so fucking hilarious. Here, check this out. It's so funny.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Heroes Reforged is gonna react. Heroes Reforged is gonna review. Heroes Reforged is gonna discuss. That's why we are watching.
Now, chat, we need to remix this. We need to remix this. The Soy Boys are gonna review. The Soy Boys are gonna react. Soy Boys are gonna discuss. Soy Boys are gonna shill. Soy Boys are gonna be soy. We gotta do that. That needs to happen. That 100% needs to happen. I just randomly caught that. I caught that last week, but I forgot to show it to you guys. And I thought it was absolutely that is the worst song. You know, if that is an AI song, that is nowhere near as good as the Hawk Tuah song. That is nowhere near as good as the Hawk Tuah song, my man. Come on. Get in touch with my sources if you want a good song for your videos, man. That was fucking terrible. But I think we need to remix that. Soy Boy, the Soy Boy song. Anyway. The Soy Boys, they absolutely love this show, and they are begging. God, look at this hour and a half the Soy Boys spent talking about this show. Soy Boys, they want a season 2.
For season 2, and this just, I think, like, season 2 of this just shot up my list of like what I'm most wishing for in the MCU. You know what I mean? Like an Ironheart season. Really, truly.
Clearly, the Soy Boys are staying off of social media with regards to this show. Actually, no, I'm sorry. The Soy Boy, they said this earlier. They said this somewhere in here, and I heard them say it. They got early access to this show, so they watched all 6 episodes last week. So again, they're one of these like a Band-Aid write-off shills with regards to DE Ironheart. They got all 6 episodes. I think they got it before the show even dropped. So obviously they're staying off of social media. So all of this they said before the entire internet just didn't give a shit about the show. So clearly Soy number 1 is wrong on this.
Like even season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, I almost know what to expect. I almost am like, yep, that's happening. It's coming out next year, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome. But this was such a surprise of a show. You know, if we are not getting
this was definitely 100% not a surprise, chat.
If we haven't heard the news about like Moon Knight season 2 or another Werewolf by Night special, I'm like, loop them in. Let's do that supernatural side of the MCU, bring it into Ironheart and go full on. Yeah, I cannot believe she made the deal, and that character, Natalie, is alive again. Love.
Oh, by the way, for all the people saying that, yes, for all the people that saying that Riri Williams is a hero, she literally makes a deal with the devil in the finale of this show. So for all the so Soy Boy Coy, well, when you're trying to say that Tony Stark is a worse human being than Riri Williams is, Tony Stark didn't make a deal with the devil. All right, next one. We got 2 more from the Soys. 123.50, just a couple seconds in the future.
Oh, what's going to happen? I have no idea, but really ballsy like ending for this season. A real ballsy way to go. Hey, you're gonna be asking Marvel Studios for a season 2 for this. Trust me.
You know what? Bring it on. Bring it on. The grift needs to continue. The grift needs to continue. You know, Soy Boys, it's really sad when I know your video's only been out for 3 hours, but it's really sad that when, you know, a toxic piece of shit grifter with 30,000 subscribers gets more views than you guys do, and more likes as well, by a large margin. Anyway.
And it's true.
Yeah. Yep. If people don't watch at the beginning, they will be watching by the end, because That's gonna finally blow up the internet, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because Mephisto blew up the internet.
It did. It 100%. I said it at the beginning of the stream. It 100% did not. Neither Mephisto nor Ironheart trended on Twitter last night or at all today. Nobody gives a shit. Soy number 3, mama's wrong again, bitch. Soy number 3 is wrong. What a surprise.
Soy boy.
I think we have one more from the Soys. 131.25. And then we're going to get to the really good stuff. Thank you guys for being patient with the Soy Boys. I don't think I'm going to nominate the Soy Boys tonight, but I think I might nominate Campia for the dickless wannabes comment.
I can't wait to see all of the characters that are still on the table. I cannot wait to see them again. I'm really hoping we get like an announcement of a season 2 green light soon. I mean, if
Comic-Con's
Sinners
around the
wasn't enough of
corner.
a reason, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but I
like,
guess Marvel-
What does Sinners have to do with this? Oh, he made another movie that has absolutely nothing to do with this show that people enjoyed. That means he deserves a season 2 of D.E. Ironheart, even though it sucked. Well, what kind of law? This Ryan Coogler is God's gift to Earth, God's gift to film and television, according to these shills.
It's not
be
coming
there,
to
but,
Comic-Con this year. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
Like,
they're doing their own thing.
It's all weird. It's all weird right now because of this looming shadow of the Avengers and what it might mean for the whole universe. Okay, fine, that's fine. But maybe by the time we get a trailer for Avengers Doomsday, middle of next year or early next year or whatever, to be like this Christmas, it's coming out in the winter. Maybe then we can get an announcement of like, oh,
the only thing coming out in the winter is Eric Voss. Anyway, let's move on now to who's next. All right, this guy.
They finally
3C Film. I had this guy on a video last week, and I had a bunch of people in the comment, Mr. Grizzy, this guy isn't a shill. You shouldn't make fun of him. Well, let's hear what you have to say. If any of those people are in the chat, I'm curious as to what you think about this comment. Hit it.
Released Ironheart, even though they finished filming it like in 2021. It's been a long time now. They released the first 3 episodes. Next week, they're releasing the next 3.
Now, this is one of those, yes, this is the, this is the Pop-Tart fetishist. The guy who liked sucking the cream out of Pop-Tarts. I wonder if he likes sucking cream out of other things. But, yeah, so he's one of these who, did not like the show, but he's still calling out the racist content creators, not by name, of course, but he's going to call out the racist content creator grifters on YouTube for being racists towards D.E. Ironheart.
And one thing I want to get off the top, because this is the really sad part. I'll be honest with you right away. Not a big fan of the show. I have general reasons for why I don't like it, and it didn't really land with me the way I wanted it to. But at the same time, I've been seeing other negative reviews.
And this is the caveat. Every time one of these Disney Marvel lovers, supporters of the MCU shills, all of them, whenever they don't like something, they have to throw that caveat out there. We're not the fucking grifter. We're not these other toxic racist people. They all do it. Remember the Real Rejects did it when their audience came after them for not liking the Marvels?
Did too. But at the same time, I've been seeing other negative reviews by certain creators, you know who they are, that are doing nothing in their reviews but being blatantly racist, saying.
Now, how much you want now, chat? I got a question for all of you in the chat. You ready? You ready, chat? Did this guy actually sit down and watch their reviews? Or did you just look at the title of their video or look at the thumbnail on their video and get big mad because it triggers you? Again, Darth Melvin said this on a stream recently, and he's 100% correct. These words that they use to label you and I, grifter, racist, sexist, homophobe, these are just these are just things that they call people who trigger them. And he's 100% correct when he says that. That's exactly what this is. You didn't watch you didn't watch their reviews. I refuse to believe, and I assume he's talking about Nerdrotic here, because some of you might know better than me, might watch him a lot more than I do. I haven't been catching up on my FNT episodes, but didn't TikTok go after Nerdrotic for his review on DE Ironheart? That happened last week, right, chat? Chat's saying yes. So I assume, was there anybody else? It was Black TikTok. I've never heard the term black. I'm not a big TikTok person. I've never heard the phrase Black TikTok. But apparently Black TikTok went after Nerdrotic last week. So I assume that's who 3C Films is calling out here. The evil, the terrible, the racist Nerdrotic.
That are doing nothing in their reviews but being blatantly racist, saying the most awful, unbelievable things.
Like what? Like what? Give me, again, where are the receipts? Where are the receipts? Again, you know, these are just labels that they give to people who trigger them. They never bring, and show me one clip. Show me one clip. Imagine if I was doing this in this stream. Eric Voss did this. John Campia said this. I'm not going to show you the evidence. You're just going to have to take my word for it. This wouldn't be Shill watch-alongs.
And I am so glad that TikTok and other communities are finally calling these people out and saying how horrible they are. But now getting on to me specifically.
This guy is cheerleading. This guy is cheerleading Black TikTok for calling out Nerdrotic for his racism and racist review. Again, and this guy probably just looked at the thumbnail and the title of the video, and I did catch the part of the video where they were like dying laughing about this as well. So clearly it's not having the effect that TikTok and 3C Films wanted it to have. Him being called out, they're all just laughing about it. Anyway, we got this clip here at the end. What time is this clip? 5 minutes, 50 seconds. One more from this guy.
Being honest, you know, so we'll see. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. Just wasn't for me.
So here we go. Doesn't like the show. The show is not for him. Listen to his rating on a scale from 1 to 10.
Being honest, you know, so we'll see. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. Just wasn't for me. Honestly, I much preferred Agatha as of right now. I thought Agatha at the end of it all was actually a pretty fun show. Wasn't anything amazing or great, but I was like, I actually had fun watching Agatha. This, I barely started having enjoyment towards the end. So those are my thoughts on Ironheart. But
okay, I think I went too far. My bad, you guys. Here, let me hang on. Where is it? I know it's in here someplace.
But yeah, because that's such a eye of science and how there's rumors that Mephisto could. We'll see, but yeah, it just wasn't for me. Just wasn't for me. Honestly, I much preferred Agatha as of right now.
Where the hell
like
is it?
Tony Stark, who's smart and can build their own suit. That magic element makes me curious.
Did he take it out?
But other than that, I don't care. And there's rumors that Mephisto could show up in this. Do we even care about Mephisto now?
There's no way he cut it out of the video. I gotta be just missing this. I'm gonna have to go to my video and find it.
If she starts then looking into magic and looks at magic through the eye of, it's such a cool idea. And that makes me interested in Ironheart, build their own suit. That magic element makes me curious. But other than that, I don't care. And there's rumors that Mephisto could show up in this. Do we even care about Mephisto now? He should have shown up in WandaVision way back then. Throwing them in here feels like a waste, if I'm being honest, you know? So we'll see. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. Just wasn't for me. Honestly, I much preferred Agatha as of right now. I thought Agatha.
Okay, I got to go to my video. Give me a second. Give me a minute. I don't know where it is. I wonder if he like. All right. I know I have it on my video, so you can hide it from me. I will find it. So I don't know where this was, but okay. So yeah, this is the same video. I don't know where this was. All right, so here's his rating on a scale from 1 to 10. This is from my video.
It's one of those shows that I'm watching to keep up with the homework of the MCU and to be in the know, but it just wasn't for me, unfortunately. This I guess 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 right now.
I didn't like the show. It wasn't for me. I didn't really like it. 6.5 out of 10. What the fuck? What are we doing here? This is exactly what I was talking about in the video when I said that even when these people don't like something, they can't criticize it. I don't like something. It's not getting any higher than a 4 out of 10 for me when I say that I don't like something. But because, you know, they're on Disney's payroll, you know, it's not for me. And that's why they always throw out the caveat. It's not for me. I just, you know, it didn't resonate with me personally, yada, yada, yada. They throw these very softball criticisms at it. It's because they either are or want to be on Disney's payroll. And it's fucking retarded. It really fucking is. Okay, who is next? Who's next on the list here? Okay, here we go. This guy, I was listening to all of you in the comments, a lot of you in the comments of Monday's video. What'd you guys think of Monday's video on the swallowed the fly on Tosh.0 guy? Talked about the DE Ironheart show and the horrible fan base from Monday's video. That was pretty funny. Where is my, hang on, I'm on the wrong tab. Hang on. Okay.
After watching
this guy is up next. Sammy J Reacts. I do read my comment section because in Monday's video, everybody was like, Mr. Grizzy, you gotta check out Sammy J's Reacts review of DE Ironheart. And I did, and it's fucking he's on the list for damn sure. He's on the list for damn sure. And he uploaded another video today and he doubled down on what he says here. So for this one, I have the okay, basically just the first minute. Here we go.
First 3 episodes of Ironheart, all I gotta say is today is a really bad day to be someone who hated on this show and prayed on its downfall before it even came out because you look goofy as hell. And
you hear that, chat? We look goofy as hell for shitting on this show before it came out. I can't wait until this show does not crack the top 10 on the Nielsen ratings, but it's all right. They're all going to be moved on to Fantastic Four by then.
I hate to say I told you so, but I don't.
This guy is like spiking the football like this show is #1 on the Nielsen ratings. And we got a Shill face.
Told you so. I had a feeling that Ironheart was going to be pretty good because that man Ryan Coogler don't miss. And if it's got his cosign, you know it's going to be solid. And not,
oh my God. Ryan Coogler simp.
Not only is Ironheart toying with tech and magic, but it looks like we're finally going to get Mephisto. I used to pray for times like this. But not only that, it looks like this show is planting the seeds for Doctor Doom's power set in the future of the MCU. Either way, me and you know what we got to do. We got to talk.
This show is setting up no, it isn't. No, it isn't. This show, I said this in today's video as well. This show was made when Kang was still the big bad in the MCU. And they ditched Kang. So if this show was setting up anything, it was setting up stuff for Kang Dynasty, not Doomsday, you dumbasses. So again, this is all just fucking Disney MCU shill hopium.
Talk about it. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. But for real, let's get all the bullshit out of the way because we had people review bombing this show before it even came out.
Oh God, the worst people are the worst piece of human pieces of shit on the planet. Send them to Alligator Alcatraz.
It got down to 32% until Rotten Tomatoes had to stop it. And all I really got to say is, what's wrong with these people? You fear what you don't understand just because people are different than you? Oh, that's some corny ass shit. Anyway.
Oh, get off your fucking high horse, man. God, talk about virtue signaling. Am I right? Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
one who actually contributed to this is a loser, low-life, pathetic piece of shit. And mind.
Wow.
It's not to say like Ironheart is like a perfect show or the greatest thing ever. It's just fine. It's a decent show. I don't think any of us should ever take stock into this shit anyway. I always like to form my own opinion.
That's what, so like I said earlier, chat, that was 67%. That's what it was last week. And that's why I said I think the early drop was planned so that they could ban all the quote unquote review bombers and keep them from going in and driving the score down even farther. Because you know it would be, you know it should be a hell of a lot lower than that. Again, I think this whole score is completely rigged. I think it's rigged anyway, but like it's proven to be rigged right now. All right, is there another clip of this guy? No. So we're gonna go to video number 2 from this guy.
I know they did not.
Now this one was from today. Now and he takes another shot at the review bomber toxic fandom. And I found this one to be hilarious.
Always going to be invested in the next one. And I feel like I have my own devil and angel on my shoulder when I watch these shows, because from one perspective, it's like, okay, I'm looking at this from just like,
oh, wait, that's the wrong time. Shit. Hang on. Let me go back a minute. Here we go.
Magic suit. Underneath all that iron, you got a soft heart. But all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed Ironheart. I think it was a fun show. It was good. Not the best thing in the world, not great, but definitely does not deserve all the hate that it has been getting. I'll say it again. If this just doesn't work for you, it just doesn't work for you. Stop talking about it. Move on. And let those of us that had fun and enjoyed this show have this. Like, who cares? Just go watch something else. It's
sir, I hate to break it to you, but like I said in the video today, we're having more fun ripping on this show, making fun of this show, and making fun of all of you than you did watching the show. So why would we stop? Why would we stop?
On. And let those of us that had fun and enjoyed this show have this. Like, who cares? Just go watch something else. It's really fucking weird and corny for you to have hate boners for other people's enjoyment. Oh, another thing I do want to point out is I think this might have the best lighting in all of the Disney Plus.
Hate boners for other, is that a shot at me? Is that a shot at me? Again, like, is there hate on this channel? Is this hate or is this fun? This is more fun than hate. You know, I think the haters are the ones who try to cancel people and call people racists and sexist and homophobes. Call people like the worst scum in the world, like horrible names and everything. I think those are the people with hate in their heart. You know, like, yeah, we call these people shills, but like, you know, it's not a crime at the end of the day to be a shill. You're not like the worst piece of scum on the, I think you're scum, but like, you're not the worst piece of scum, you know? Anyway. So that was Sammy J Reacts. Who do I have on my list here? I haven't even really been paying attention. I think we got Campia. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to take somebody off of the list because these next ones are definitely going on the list, chat. Guardians of the Galaxy. We got a great representation on this one, you guys. Great representation on this channel. Look at that. And I know you guys can't wait for the quote of the night. The quote of the night. Here we go. I can't wait for it. First soundbite is at 30 seconds. Now, they haven't dropped their review of the final 3 episodes yet. This is their review of the first 3 episodes, but it's still as good. I will be keeping an eye out for their episodes 4 through 6 review. But all right, let's hear what they have to say.
Everybody, I'm so glad that you're here. My name is MT, and I'm here today with 2 of my wonderful, amazing pals, Whitney and Tommy. What's going on, gang?
Hi. Now, I know that the dude on the middle, I think the dude in the middle was one of the people fired by Eric Voss of the New Rockstars. I don't know who the dude on the left is, and I don't know who the dude on the right is, because I remember he did fake reactions on the Break Room channel, which is the new Rockstars 2.0, and now he's like over with Screen Crush, you know, this guy.
Oh, no. We are not shilling for Disney.
Now he's over there with those guys. He did a video with them today. So interesting. Shills are making trades, I guess. I guess the Shills are trading their D team around. And I don't know who or what gender the one on the right pretends to be. And I don't think I want to know. Anyway, they thought the first 3 episodes of D.E. Ironheart were fan-fucking-tastic, bro.
Hi. Oh man, Ironheart.
Ironheart is here, and the first 3 episodes were freaking fantastic, man. Like, how'd you guys feel? I love them. How'd you guys feel?
I really, really like this show.
This is the chick, if you remember, this is the chick who said that she was more excited for D.E. Ironheart than the Superman movie.
So much fun with it. I love that above all else, the Hood is a guy who appreciates a good saw trap. And he's here to just build his little saw traps, make you get out of them. That's a job interview. Great. Excellent. More job interviews should be escape rooms.
Nah, like I would literally cry.
This show is fucking terrible. Okay, let's move on. Next soundbite is at 5:10. Fantastic, they call the show. Fantastic. Nearly perfect. I'm curious if these guys give an out of 10 rating. I'm curious as to what it would be. I think we all know. Anyway, 5:10.
Yeah.
Really, really huge. But like, obviously we have the return of Ezekiel Stain as Joe. First introduced as Joe.
Token white guy. Now, wait do you hear what they have to say about this. If you saw today's video, you know what's coming.
And, you know, Riri essentially gets him to start sticking up for himself after being pushed around like a sack of poo-poo.
The only white man on planet Earth who doesn't have confidence is Ezekiel Stain. And then it takes Riri Williams being like, why don't you have the confidence of a white man? Figure that out for yourself.
Yeah.
I find these people like psychologically and mentally fascinating. You know, I truly do. I like these. I find them like mentally fascinating. I think by confidence of a white man, what she meant to say was privilege of a white man. But anyway, you thought that was bad.
I thought that was fucking hilarious. I really love the way that Ryan Coogler properties make fun of white people because
anybody who missed that,
being like, why don't you have the confidence of a white man? Figure that out for yourself.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking hilarious. I really love the way that Ryan Coogler properties make fun of white people because it is fucking perfect. It is like my favorite joke in the MCU is still just Martin Freeman jogging to Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili.
God, this chick probably, I wonder what this chick's like when she looks in the mirror every morning, like do her hair and everything. She's probably like disappointed that she's white. Imagine if somebody came out and said that, like, you know, imagine like, God, you know, I love when straight movie directors make fun of gay people in their movies, man. I just perfect. Or insert whatever color director and whatever minority actor or whatever in that sentence. Great review. And I think they're going to make the list for that, you guys.
You just made the list.
Unbelievable. All right, next one is at we're about there. 6 minutes. Just gonna hit play.
Peppers in Wakanda Forever. That is like one of my fucking all-time favorite sick burns. So I also loved every scene with him in it. And it was so funny too, because like, I don't know, like with Ezekiel Stane, I kind of feel like it was pretty obvious that you're not going to cast Han Solo as a random character.
Oh yeah, by the way, chat, that is fake Han Solo from the Solo movie, for those of you who didn't know or didn't recognize him. Quite the demotion, isn't it? All right, 1530 is the next one.
Down their power progression.
That's
They're
true.
like,
Yeah.
Usually
Most villains are like, inject that shit straight into my veins.
Mainline it, baby.
Mainline me, daddy.
I want to talk about the rest of the crew. We have the unbelievable Shea Coulee play.
Oh my god. What the fuck is that?
I don't like vaginas.
Playing Slug, which is
I love them.
Oh, and by the way, chat, like that character, nearly all of the characters in like the crew, the criminal crew, nearly all of them are like either a race or a gender swap. Nearly all of them are. But the thing is, they're nobody characters, nobody cares. But Mr. Star Wars Marvel purist is in the know of the comics, and talked about it last Thursday, how nearly, I think every character, it's like every character, like all but one, is a race swap in that little crew, by the way.
Just a true delight. True delight. I at first I was like thrown off when they're in the van. And I'm like, oh wait, is that Shea Coulee?
If you know, I didn't know who that was. If you know who that guy is, you might want to like reevaluate yourself seriously. But these Guardians of the Galaxy, man, they knew exactly who that drag queen was, man. Exactly who he was. And I think we have one more clip, 3425. This clip made today's video.
Big problem. Oh boy.
I'm gonna make your family bleed.
God, I don't even know this. I see why this channel isn't doing well. Oh my God, I should have played this clip. I'm a little late, but this is for the drag queen.
I slam my penis in the car door. You slam your penis in the car door.
That's for the drag queen. Maybe that's what happened.
But I too am very excited for the last 3 episodes of Ironheart. Like after watching these first 3 episodes, I'm like, I feel stupid feeling semi-worried about this show, because like obviously
that's why you feel stupid. That's why you feel stupid. Okay, interesting. You don't feel stupid right now? You don't feel stupid 35 minutes into this horrible review?
It's Ryan Coogler. So like obviously the show's gonna be
It's just
fire.
good. Yeah.
It's just good. Like he's not gonna produce like a mediocre thing, or like if his name is on it.
Ryan Coogler is incapable of producing something mediocre. Is that true, or is that what you guys just tell yourself at night?
Like it's gonna be like fire. It's gonna be a great time.
For sure. Agreed.
So,
also, if Eric Andre's in it, it's
get the fuck out of here. And Eric Andre was only in the first episode for about 45 seconds. And then they killed him off screen. So get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here with that. All right. Lastly, bringing up the rear. Let's get to them.
Lived in
the Real Rejects, who gave a very interesting end of their fake reaction review. Very interesting. First clip is at 129. Look at this. They devoted over 2 hours of their day to D.E. Ironheart. 129.30 is the first clip. So much time, I can barely get the time right on here. Okay, we good? We good? All right. Real rejects.
Doesn't feel very directed. It feels like just a frame, and like it didn't feel very lived in.
Okay, real quick before we get into them, right and left, Soy Boy Coy and Aaron double A's. I think it's double D's is more Aaron Alexander. Okay. Right and the dude on the right and Soy Boy Coy liked the show, but Greg in the middle there was the dissenting opinion. He said that he didn't really like it. And then wait till at the end when he gives his rating for the show. Again, he pulls a 3C Films.
The characters felt interesting, but I didn't connect to the show. But even then, I would have thought, okay, maybe that's why they're releasing 3 together, because by 3, I'm in. I said as much. 4, 5, and 6 are great. Like, they're not good. They're great. I would put the back half of this show in the top half of Marvel TV. And
I think that the only reason Soy Boy Coy is saying that is because he's friends, and I guess he's friends in real life with Dominique Thorne. So is he going to say anything? I mean, even if that were true, that's not really all that impressive of a statement, but like it isn't. The ending of the final 3 episodes you know what they tried to do? They tried to pull a Rogue One with this show. Remember Rogue One, boring movie for the first 98% of it, and then in the last 5 minutes, they fucking shillgasm, fucking key jingle fest at the end of that. And they tried to do that here with Mephisto. Only problem is it completely fell flat and nobody cares.
And so where it lands is really interesting because it's kind of the opposite of most Marvel shows where you had me in the first half.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. Next soundbite is at 131:15. And but brace yourselves because we covered it before and he does it again. Soy Boy Coy shitting all over Tony Stark once again because it's the only way to elevate Riri Williams.
There with Miss Marvel as a conversation that needs to be had. We do have, luckily, so much more Black representation than we did 10 years ago. We have so much more exposure to culture in general, not just Black culture.
Look at the dude on the right. Come on, buddy. Get a little excited. This is Ironheart, bro. Why aren't you excited to talk about this? It's almost like you didn't like the show and you're all faking. This dude is like, get me the fuck out of here, man. Maybe he doesn't like being white-splained Black culture to him as a Black man. Maybe that's what's going on here. He looks very depressed. I think Soy Boy Coy needs to stop white-splaining and speaking for Black people. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe they had a little conversation at the end of this.
We have so much more exposure to culture in general, not just Black culture, but culture than we did 10 years ago. But if you look at the volume of the ratio, it's still skewing one certain way. And so when a show is authentic,
it's still not good enough. It's still not good enough. We need more checking boxes. We need more DEI, according to Soy Boy Coy here.
To the point that Aaron can speak to in a way that I can't, but I can speak to feeling a connection to these characters and feeling as someone that hasn't lived this, that I'm relating to it. That is important because that's how you solve some of the crap we have in our world, is by going, hey, you haven't lived this, but why don't you relate to it? So maybe next time you're about to say or do some dumb shit, you can go, oh, I'm a person that's some empathy. This is why we need art. And so to have a show that does accomplish that, to have a show that does have you understand where this girl's coming from, and she's not your stereotypical hero. She's not someone that just has everything handed to her once she's heroic. She got to
well, she had her best friend handed to her. She had her best friend resurrected from the dead and handed back to her. I mean, you know, she kind of does have things handed to her. Just a bit, you know, but anyway, continue, Soy Boy. Continue white-splaining, Soy Boy Koi.
She's not someone that just has everything handed to her once she's heroic. She got to be a hero and then had to fight. She got all these things and then had to struggle after the victory lap. That is so much more interesting than someone just like coasting and having their victory laps forever. You are still, life isn't you achieve something and then you're good. Life is a series of highs and lows and plateaus.
I can't get over this dude on the right. I can't get over this dude on the, why does he look so depressed? You know, I mean, I don't know if I had to sit next to Soy Boy Koi and listen to him go on a fucking like woke, you know, virtue signal rant, I'd be pretty depressed too myself. But I don't know. These guys are friends, right?
And climbing. My whole career has been like, oh, I can't wait till I accomplish that thing. And then I
I don't give a shit about your career, Soy Boy Koi. Let's skip ahead just a tad to a minute 34 seconds. All right. Oh, is this where he takes a shot at Tony Stark?
Where I liked, didn't love, but her family, man. So you had a great show, and then you went, hey, what if it came out in 2 weeks? We just drop it. So it's a little disappointing, but I think Dominic Thorne deserves better. I think Lyric deserves better. I think the showrunner and
this is another thing I'm hearing. They're like pissed off about that the show released in 2 weeks, and like, bro, what do you expect? If the show was as good as you say it is, they would have spread it out more. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid. Disney knows that the show is terrible. I'm sure Ryan Coogler knows that the show is terrible.
And the team behind it, I think Anthony Ramos deserves better.
Yeah.
So my 2 cents is I'm really glad I got this, but I'm afraid because they felt like they rolled it out that the audience that wanted it to fail is going to get to have a lot of fun, and the people that deserve it aren't.
What did I say, chat? Chat, what do I say? What do I say in the intro to Star Trigger? What do I say? We have more fun ripping on this shit. I said it tonight. We have more fun ripping on this shit than they do enjoying it. And here's Soy Boy Koi. It's sad that the people who wanted this to fail are the ones having all the fun, proving me right. Thank you. Thank you, Soy Boy Koi. I appreciate that.
But I'm afraid because they felt like they rolled it out that the audience that wanted it to fail is going to get to have a lot of fun, and the people that deserve it aren't.
Yeah.
Yes, because you deserve it, right? They deserve all the fun. Oh, you're not having fun, Soy Boy Koi. You're not having fun working for DC. Greg in the middle, you're not having fun getting to interview James Gunn, which we're going to get to that right after this. Guy scored an interview with James Gunn, not a this isn't a shill channel, by the way, but scored an interview with James Gunn. You're not having fun. Yeah. I'm sure that you're not. I'm sure that you're not. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you weren't having fun with this show, but, you know, play the victims yourselves. Why don't you? Go right ahead.
It's great. Great way to say that.
Wow. I feel the fervor exuding from both.
Oh, what a look at it. Look how proud he is of himself. Look how proud he is of himself, dude. Soy Boy Koi there on the left. He's like, give me my praise. Give me my praise, friends. Fucking hilarious. All right, let's continue. I think this is where Gregory here says, talks about how he wasn't a big fan of the show.
To you right now. Love to hear it. Love to feel it. Well,
Tried not to talk about the one thing everybody's going to talk about.
Time to bring the mood down a little bit here.
Yes. Where's your Grogu doll, Greg? Where's your Grogu doll? We haven't seen it in a while, man. Where's the Grogu doll? You know, I need to, you know, we need to see you with the Grogu doll in your lap, man. Miss the Grogu doll. Think he's going to take it to, you think he's going to take it when he gets to see his press screening a week in advance for The Mandalorian and Grogu? I bet he does.
Definitely not as high about it as you two are. I'm more like 70% into it by the end result.
All right, chat. What do you think his? So they give a A, B, C, D, F ranking for it. What do you think his ranking is going to be, chat, for this show? He just said, I don't really like it. I'm not as high in it now. 70%. I think that kind of gives it away a little bit. But what do you think his rating is going to be, chat? All very good guesses. All very good guesses. We'll get there in a second. We haven't gotten to the best clip yet. Hang on. 1:46 on the dot. We're going to jump ahead about 10 minutes here.
It kind of overshadowed a lot of the stuff that I thought they were needing to pay off on the dramatic side of the storytelling.
I think the reason I am a lot more happy with the show overall is I think the messaging of crime being something that is some people's only option and that not making them inherently evil kind of pays off.
I like the show because it sends a message that it's okay to commit crimes. There you go, man. There you go. I wonder if these guys support illegal immigration. What do you think, Chad? The Real Rejects support illegal immigration? This is a great show because the messaging of the show says that it's okay to commit crimes, you know, if you need money. If you need to do it, it's okay to commit crimes. It's okay to, what does Riri do in this show? She, let's see, she gets people killed. She refuses to help a police officer who was shot. She gets people killed. She leaves a man to die. She makes a deal with the devil. All great things.
I think the messaging of crime being something that is some people's only option and that not making them.
The messaging of crime being people's only option. Therefore, translation, the messaging that it's okay to commit crimes.
Inherently evil kind of pays off fascinatingly with then choosing evil on top of that. I really like that. I don't demonize.
And then she chooses evil anyway. She makes a deal with the devil.
As people for having to do desperate things. And then she literally then has to deal with the demon. I really like the metaphor and I really like the messaging there. So I don't disagree with what you're saying as far as your experience, but
Wow. It's surprising, but at the same time, it's not surprising. I wonder if Soy Boy Koi were a victim. What if somebody broke into Soy Boy Koi's house and stole his fiance's engagement ring? What if somebody robbed your fiance, Soy Boy Koi, at gunpoint? God forbid. God forbid, of course. Hopefully nothing like that ever happens. But what if something like that were to happen? Then would it be, well, what if that person needed to do it? What if that person was just in a bad way and they needed to commit crime to make ends meet or whatever? What if you are the victim of that crime? Is it still okay? Again, God forbid something like that happens. I wonder if their opinion would change. Interesting. Very interesting, isn't it? Anyway, we still haven't got to, okay, it's got to be coming up here soon. The, Tony Stark line. I think that's got to be coming up here soon.
I think the juice is worth the squeeze of those flaws being flaws, but I kept being like, what a take. And so like I
fucking idiot. Okay. Next soundbite is at, where are we at now? 146. 151:20. I'm going to find this clip. If not, I'll go back to my video because it's on there. All right.
You know, because that's the thing is like, I don't want to placate to the side that.
Okay, here we go. The toxic the toxic review bombers who belong in Alligator Alcatraz. The toxic review bombers who dared review bomb D.E. Ironheart. Send them to Alligator Alcatraz.
Positive, you know, because that's the thing is like I don't want to placate to the side that was going on Rotten Tomatoes hating on this fucking show before anything released. Like it was so stupid. And I think that side of the crowd is annoying and volatile and abusive and ugly. So I really don't like that. So I don't want to like come here and be like, I'm going to rip this show apart to play.
No, you're speaking polysyllabically. Those people don't know language.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love when they try to like take shots at us because like eventually it's buried in their videos. This is a 2-hour video and we're at the 2 hour and 5 minute video. We're at the 1 hour and 51 minute mark. You know, props to me for sitting through all of this, all the boring shit that didn't make it to the stream or didn't make it to the videos. But buried in here, they do give their thoughts on us. And again, we're just the worst type of people. We belong in prison. We belong in jail. And we need to have our YouTube channels taken down. And they deserve all their interviews with James Gunn and Dave Filoni and all the other big shots that they can get.
That side of the crowd is annoying and volatile and abusive and ugly. So I really don't like that. So I don't want to like come here and be like, I'm going to rip this show apart to play.
You're speaking polysyllabically. Those people don't know language.
Yeah, that's fair. It's because like I would love to see what they set up here continue, you know?
What do they say? Touch grass? That really means go outside.
Take that, chat. Take that, chat. Real rejects talking some trash on you and I in the trash. I don't know. I guess I should just end the stream and go in my room and cry. I guess. Grace Randolph, by the way, has not covered this show. Has not covered this show. Very interesting. I told you. Okay. Next clip. So here we go. All right. So Soy Boy Koi, I believe, jumps in on this. Is it here? Hang on. Let me skip ahead a little bit. It might be right here.
Heard about say who everything that they did set up.
Cross-chaired. And I wouldn't have thought that before the show because I think she's great on this.
Okay. 159.25. I gotta find where is the Koi? Because Koi has a little bit of a meltdown himself.
Little higher B than it probably would be because I don't disagree with any of your thoughts. But I also think that there is a part of me that is I like comics for a reason.
Okay, this is it. I remember that line. All right. Listen up, chat. Here we go. Soy Boy Koi is about to take his shot at us, and he's about to shit all over Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. Here we go. Again, you got to shit on Tony to elevate Riri. Here we go.
B than it probably would be because I don't disagree with any of your thoughts. But I also think that there is a part of me that is I like comics for a reason. I like stories that uplift the underdog. And so anytime I see assholes on the internet doing Rotten Tomatoes stuff or attacking a show, or even in my comments on my tiny little 50,000 person page, when
oh, poor baby. Oh, poor baby. You think that I don't get negative comments in my comment section? At least you're not having people trying to triple copyright strike your YouTube channel, Soy Boy Koi. At least you don't have to deal with that shit. Cry me a fucking river. Thank you. Yes. Big Papa Pumptic. Yes. Thank you.
Stuff or attacking a show, or even in my comments on my tiny little 50,000 person page, when I see people in my comments on this video going like, I just don't understand why she'd need to steal. Like, she's so smart. Why doesn't she invent something? When the show's like, here's the experience of someone not able to get things like when it's
dude, she's so smart. She could have a job like that at Apple. She literally built an Iron Man suit. She built an Iron Man suit. If that doesn't qualify you for a job, she got kicked out of college for selling like test answers to other students. That's why she gets kicked out of college. Again, piece of shit. She's a piece of shit the entire show. again, and the show like plays into like negative racial stereotypes as well, which is another thing a lot of people don't really like about it. But it's the culture, it's the experience, it's that it's okay to commit crimes if you need to commit crimes aspect that he talked about earlier.
Shows like, here's the experience of someone not able to get things like when it's so that's the show.
It's literally laid
the
out.
show.
Yeah.
But I know
that's the show. She's a criminal. That's the show. We get that. I wonder if I seriously wonder if the MCU, Disney Marvel, is like setting her up to indeed be a villain. Maybe it's possible
that people calling her arrogant and calling her smart.
Okay, this is it, chat. This is the big one. Oh, well, you don't like Riri Williams? You think Riri Williams is a piece of shit? You think she's obnoxious? You think she's arrogant? Well, what about Tony Stark?
But I know that people calling her arrogant and calling her smarmy Iron Man. Like Downey Jr., because he's a white warmonger, no one criticized that. And I don't even think half the people in my comments realize that their comments come across that way, because I don't think it's all intentional.
All right, chat. Question. How often does this guy know what warmonger means? I don't think he knows what a warmonger is. A warmonger, I actually put the definition in the video today, but a warmonger is a person that is constantly trying to like start wars, trying to support warfare, constantly trying to start war, and just always willing to engage in war. And he knows what a gay monger. I'll bet he does. And like in the first Iron Man, when we first see Tony, he acts that way. We got more character development from Tony in the first Iron Man movie than we got in 6 episodes of D.E. Ironheart. I have privatized world peace. There you go. What a warmonger. The clip I used in my video today where he's like, I saw young Americans die with weapons that I built. And he's like, I'm ceasing all productions of weapons manufacturing. Yeah, sounds like a real warmonger, right? Sacrifices himself and everything. That's not Tony Stark's character. Like he's not a warmonger. He builds weapons. Does he fuck up a lot? Does he fuck up on occasion? Yeah, Ultron. Does he make mistakes? Yes. Is he a perfect character? Absolutely not. Does he regress back into those tendencies on occasion? He does, but he does it for a good reason, to keep the world safe. Why does he want to create Ultron? Because he wants it to be a shield around the world, right? He wants to create Ultron to prevent war in the future, prevent war with aliens as a defense, a deterrent from war. And then he fucks up and ends up creating a fight with the Avengers, but his intentions are always good. What are Riri Williams' intentions? Her intentions are selfish. She wants money. When did Tony work with criminals for money? When did Tony, here's a good one. When did Tony make a deal with the devil, chat? He's the opposite of a warmonger. I don't know. He claims he knows comics. He reads 40 comics a week, he says. Works for DC, works for Warner Brothers, man. Our intellectual superior.
But the ones that are intentional, or the ones that...
and what does him being white have to do with it? What's the difference between a white warmonger and just a warmonger in general? They throw the fact that he's white in there because he's privileged, because he's a little bit racist. He's a little bit of a sexist. The way he talks to that woman in the beginning of Iron Man 1, that reporter. Oh, I'll bet that triggers them when they go back and watch it.
Arrogant and calling her smarmy Iron Man. Like Downey Jr., because he's a white warmonger, no one criticized that. And I don't know, I don't even think half the people in my comments realize
because he's not
that their comments come across that way, because I don't think it's all intentional. But
Tony Stark, you see all the first two words that come to mind for Soy Boy Koi when he thinks of Tony Stark in the MCU: white warmonger. Very very interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, is that it, or do I have one? Oh, yes, I have one more, chat. So, okay, Gregory in the middles rating from ABCDF. Remember, he said he did not like the show. 203 minutes and 20 seconds. Here you go.
Oh, shit. He's just going to be bad guy. But when he let her go, I was like, oh, thank God. Yeah. So there's a lot more nuance and intention that I feel like the show should get a lot of credit for. So overall, yeah, I'm like a B minus, I guess.
Those were closer than I thought. Okay.
Or B plus.
I was B.
Oh, you're B.
A.
I didn't like the show. It wasn't for me. I didn't really connect to it. B minus.